Oh, thank God the AC's on. Sorry.
I feel so awkward when I am sitting here with you.
Oh, just hold on to my arm and then it'll be.
Look his face.
What's up, AfterBuzzers? We're here for another episode of Are You the One? Season 4, Episode 2. Somebody is drunk in love. We're going to find out who it is next. Let's get it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, what?
Where's it at?
Where it at?
Being technical difficulties.
Okay, wait.
I'm I'm ready to dance. I'll still dance.
Hold
okay.
on.
Drunk in love.
Here you go. I feel it.
Oh.
Hey.
There it is.
Oh, wait, Nicolette, what? Hey.
Oh,
God. I can't compete with that, you guys.
What? Come on, Abby.
Oh.
You got it. Farmer's daughter twerk. Let's get it.
Farmer's daughter twerk? Did you say that? Farmer's daughter twerk.
I've been trying
That is such a good.
so turn in with me.
That is so me.
Oh, shoot. What?
Oh man.
We in here getting it cracking. As always, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It is the one and only nationwide, nation's best Are You the One after show. I'm your host, Lem Gonsalves. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me at the Poet Saint all day, every day. Next to me, holding it down, country twerking. Y'all give it up for Abby Vega. What's up, girl?
Hey guys, I am Abby Vega. You can find me at _Abby Vega.
Yeah, and of course, man, my main man, been holding it down since day one.
Hey.
Nino, llanera.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Nino. You can catch me at Nino llanera on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Look who I'm sitting next to,
Yeah,
though.
man. You know what? We had to turn it up a little bit because this season is super cracking.
Okay.
So we had to bring in the big guns.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not aware, you're aware right now.
What's good,
Nicolette
y'all?
is in the building, aka Sensei Don't Play. What's up, girl?
Yes. Y'all already know at me and Since They Don't Play. What's good, y'all? I'm here. I'm so glad to be here, y'all. Thank you for, getting me in the next 2 weeks.
Absolutely,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
I had some things I had to get off my chest, because I get invested in these shows.
Right,
And
exactly.
I love.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. No,
yeah.
we're glad to have you.
Thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say it right now, okay? We will, I'm going to put this down, we will have a guest every single episode this season.
Look at Lem.
Okay? We are going to have a guest every episode this season. Yes. Last week we had 2, so we started off it right? So we got to keep the party going.
Okay.
And we mentioned about being drunk in love, so we have the drunken master himself.
Right.
Man, y'all give it up. Drum roll, please.
Yeah.
Mr. John Humphrey. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
What's up, my man?
What's up?
Jay-Z in the episode.
How
Not a
you
whole
feeling?
lot. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
You know how it is. You know how I roll.
Yo, John. Cheers up, dog.
Cheers, my man. Cheers.
Yeah, it's turn up time. So, John, first of all, man, thank you so much for coming in. We always appreciate when the cats can come in, take time out to be in the show.
Yes.
And thank you for coming in on this episode because this was amazing.
I'll be honest with you. It took some guts. I took a little pre-drinking decision before I came in. I was like, oh, damn, this episode.
You're the star.
Nah.
You are the star.
I'm the drunken dying star.
No, but it was good. It's good. I mean,
Really
it is
good.
what it is. It's good TV. You were all over this episode, but I think it was good because there were moments where you really showed your heart, and I really appreciated
And
that.
did you really mean it?
I did, unfortunately.
I was going to say that.
I'm
I was going to say
sorry,
for
like, I just
girls
need
watching,
to
girls
know.
are probably like, oh,
Yeah, exactly.
girls feel for you.
Yeah.
It
You
was
got
a-
the girl crowd.
It was a rough time, and I was a little bit blinded by the reality of the situation. I wouldn't say blinded, more of drunk. Drunk to the reality of the situation. But I played it with my heart, and
Right.
That's good,
and
man. You were drunk in
Oh,
lust.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Drunk in
that's
lust, and that's okay.
No.
I don't think it was lust.
I don't
Y'all
think it was
didn't
lust
care.
no,
either.
yeah.
No,
I don't think it was
y'all-
lust either.
I genuinely had feelings for her.
Yeah.
I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt on the things that she was telling me behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
You
like
know,
you
that-
were doing to
No,
Emma.
first of all, Julia,
Oh.
no, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I'm here for John, okay?
I'm here for
Appreciate
John.
it. Thank
Julia
you.
over here looking like Natalie Portman over in disguise, bitch. Okay, you're trying to play, girl.
Oh, it starts already. It starts already.
She's definitely one of those.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it because, like I said, John, you're all over the episode, so we can just really just go down the line. So it starts off with you. Basically, it's after the matchup ceremony, and it usually continues every single episode of what happened previously, right? So it's the aftermath. And so you're kind of reeling about being picked because in the previous episode, Emma picked you in the matchup ceremony, and you weren't too happy about that because, of course, you have feeling for Julia. And so you're kind of talking about that. Tell us, and on all the viewers, kind of what you were thinking at that point.
At that point, I was thinking, I wasn't thinking anything but Julia. Honestly, that's all I was thinking.
You were thinking about Julia.
And it was blinding me from the fact that I needed to allow Emma to follow her heart as well. You know, so when Emma picked me and I was, really upfront, and I told you I wanted Julia. It was wrong for me to tell her that because while I was following my heart, she was doing the same thing, and it wouldn't be right for me to try to tell her not to.
Well, and this is my thing, though. I was kind of irritated with you because I was like, okay, you over here talking to Emma, so when she did pick you, it shouldn't have been a surprise to you, first of all.
That's all I'm
Right.
saying.
You never really did say, I want Julia. You said I am feeling you a little bit too, so you shouldn't have been such an asshole to her.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I understand why you picking me, Emma, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I was here for Julia. You know what
John,
I'm saying?
you know what's funny? I was
just
actually,
wanted to point that out.
I was with you last week actually a little bit because I was like, oh, okay, Emma, why'd you do that? You're embarrassing yourself. You know what I mean? I felt like you did kind of tell her, I'm here for Julia at the moment. Yes, I'm spending time with you. You might have confused her, kind of like Julia confused you. So I get you. I totally get you.
I think it
Right.
was,
Yeah.
it's
Totally get
confusing
you.
all around.
I think it is
because I do remember you said that you were in favor of Julia. I think
You said
Emma
it
was hearing
multiple
what she
times.
wanted to
Right.
hear. I think you were hearing what
Yeah.
you wanted to hear from Julia. Emma was hearing what she wanted to hear from you. So I think it was like a whole
And it's like Emma really didn't have any other choices. Like she wanted you know what I'm saying?
But
So
right,
who
just
else
like I
was she
wanted
gonna
Julia.
pick?
And
Yeah.
in my mind, I was like, I don't have any other choice.
But who wanted Julia?
Oh, man.
But they didn't show that though. That's
Right,
what I'm saying.
right.
Which is kind of I think why
I
it makes
kinda
it a
wanted
little.
Julia last week.
I think what it was is I pretty much like made it clear to everyone in the house, like, I'm going after Julia.
Yeah, so
And it's
no
like,
one
you
else
can
did.
compete with me, but I'm going to pursue that.
And
And,
Julia over here with her wandering eyes.
Yeah, because I was gonna say because they really don't show anyone else. I think it's maybe because you were like so aggressive,
Well,
but
he
no
said-
one else.
Right.
Yeah, no one else was like
Right.
trying for
Let's take this
Julia.
claim.
Yeah,
I would like to know, John, what was it? What was it about Julia that really did it for you? Because obviously, it hasn't been a lot of time, but you kind of hone on her very quickly. And there's a lot of attractive women, seem to be, really good personalities, a lot going on for themselves. What was it about Julia for you that made you really want to hone in on her?
I think the thing about Julia that attracted me the most, and a lot of people are giving me, crap about it, saying, oh, you're from the same place. Well, when you're from the South, a girl from the South that can really relate to you and appreciate the qualities of how you were raised, that's important. And, there's a difference between a girl from New York City and a girl from Louisiana. There's a big difference. And so I think about those things when I try to pick out a person who would be right for me.
So it was a preference kind of base because
Right.
you know what I mean? Like it was favorable to what you want to see in your future.
Exactly.
So I
And
get
what I've seen in my past and what I'm comfortable with. But
And it's familiar to you. And I
Right.
think, and I think anybody in going into this situation, which is an intimidating situation, you have all of these people, you know that there's money on the line, you have to try to find your match, you're scared to get close to somebody because what if they're not, then you got to get close to somebody else. I mean, there's so much going on, so it's easy to pick somebody. I can understand.
well, I think that's
picking
part of
familiarity.
the appeal of the show is that everyone originally goes to someone who they're automatically comfortable with, and then you put them in the truth booth, and they're not a match. And I think that's kind of the cool thing about the show is everyone, it kind of proves that just because it's the person you usually go for, that's probably why you're not in a serious relationship,
Exactly.
Everyone goes to who they think they'd be great with, and then it turns out
yeah, and I
It's not,
think the reason for that is I personally agree that life starts at the end of your comfort zone. So that person that you're automatically comfortable with is not going to be the person, because they want you to move out of your past experiences and away from the things that you've gone to in the past that haven't worked out. They want you to try something new, and that's something that I needed to realize.
Right.
Absolutely.
And not really quick. Not everyone is like they seem. You know what I mean? Like, and we know this. We're gonna get into Sam or whatnot. And just people in general, you don't really know until you talk to somebody. But it's hard when the general attraction comes to you, and you're like, that person's attractive. Blah blah blah. That's who I kind of want to go for. Then all of a sudden you start talking, and then you're investing, and you're in the house, like we said.
Absolutely.
You can't leave them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to move on.
You're right. No,
Everything's fast forward.
That's so true, because that's one of the things that scared me the most. It was like, yes, I want to know right away. That way, if we're not a match, I can move on for the benefit of the team. But I was also afraid of the fact that it was going to kill me to have to live in the same house with her and see her with someone else. But, you know.
Yeah, 'cause you can't just do a
That's like, I feel like I would like be that person.
It's tough.
No.
It's, I mean, I've talked to people, you know, I've been covering the show since it started, and it is a difficult situation. It's easy to be like, go for the money, just get that money, don't worry about it, but it really is not as easy as it seems.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, though, is like, did you not feel her vibes, though? Because her vibes were just all
off.
Right?
And now when I watch back.
I mean, because I'm over here, she over here like,
yeah, she over here like, I'm trying to be optimistic.
She really was. But she was just letting you talk, boy.
But I feel like it's part of that thing where, like, I feel like people of like our age go for somewhat of the chase, even though they say they don't want it. I know that there have been times where, like, I would like someone.
It's fun.
And it's more fun.
It's interesting.
And then whereas Emma, she's like being so straightforward with you and likes you, but there's something about someone that you don't really know about.
Right.
And I can relate to that. Like, I realize now that's the dumbest thing ever. But I can, like, totally relate with that.
And it's funny watching the episode now and seeing her body language and seeing her vocal. You know, she's being vocal, but I'm just not picking up on it. And usually I'm so good at picking up on these things that
alcohol
I was clearly.
does a lot, buddy.
I honestly, I'm gonna put alcohol at about 75%, but there was about 25% of the time that I was completely sober and did not pick up on these things. And I'm looking at myself, kicking myself in the ass, going, "God, you idiot!" Like,
it
happens.
Live and you learn, right?
Yeah, it happens.
You learn, exactly.
So let's keep going on the episode. So there's obviously a challenge, right? And there's always a challenge because you have to, for those of you that, you know, are just tuning in, don't know about the show, there's always a challenge to find out who are going to be the three couples that end up going on a date and then ultimately get chosen for the truth booth.
Right.
And so this particular challenge, and I've seen this before in previous episodes, which is really disgusting. And you can shed like, exactly. You can shed light on this, but you had to lick different paste to get questions to answer. Can you please just tell us all? Because it really did not look appetizing
definitely
whatsoever. And I'm sure it's hot. You're in, where are you at? You're in Hawaii?
We're in Maui.
Okay.
UV index is kind of high.
Right.
And so I'm going out here and I'm looking at all these sun-baked pastes on these windows and I'm going, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the thing. I'm a country boy by raise. You know, I was raised in the country, cleaning animals, gutting deer, you know, things of that nature. So gross stuff doesn't really gross me out, right? The fish paste, though.
Ooh,
yeah, that's gross.
Fish paste.
I think the peanut butter sounded good.
Yeah.
See, now you would think so, but when you're trying to be efficient and lick it off the window quickly,
and it's like hot.
And it's hot and it's sticking to the roof of your mouth, and you don't have any water or anything like that to drink it down.
Flies and like bugs. And
I didn't even think about that. I didn't think about that.
It's like a bug stuck to my peanut butter.
And then the Hawaii is very tropical.
It's
very
exactly
humid.
what I'm saying,
So all of that, I don't envy you, my brother. I don't envy you at all. I like some of the
Wait, can we talk about them?
We definitely got to talk about that.
Someone used yogurt as a lube.
Tori.
Oh, Tori!
I was dying. I love how they like when they say to her,
it probably tastes good, but shit.
What did she say? But she said something
she's
like,
I like to be organic.
Yeah, organic. Yeah.
Like,
I'm like,
more importantly, Kaylen broke a penis.
What is that?
I don't even want to know.
That's what happens when you're a bad
I
bitch from
wonder
Compton. That's just the way it is.
if it was like sexually or just like I'm pissed at you.
No. It might have been like, I'm gonna fuck you like I hate you kind of shit.
Oh my God,
I mean, it probably was.
I'm just scared. I'm just gonna go on record being scared. That's all I'm gonna say. Someone lived in a car.
Who was that who lived in the car?
ASAP.
ASAP lived in the car.
I can
And
see it, but I feel like that's like too little space for like how much he wants to move all the
he
time.
was right.
He was probably like running around his car like 24 hours a day.
Slept in the car. Yeah, exactly.
Slept in the car.
because
He was a street
he's a good
performer.
dancer.
Like
Yeah, he's
dancing.
a
I
really good
can
dancer.
see him as a street
And
performer.
you know what though? He
Yeah.
was making like $1,000 a day being a street performer.
That's more than I make.
When you're that happy and you have that charisma and
Yeah,
that
exactly.
positivity.
Have that, yeah.
Yeah, and he's very athletic. I saw him do like 10
Handstands?
back handsprings in a row.
So
Just
did we
like-
last
Oh
episode.
yeah, we saw him doing handstands.
He
like
looks really clean.
He's extremely athletic.
Not
Yeah.
no more.
Someone else had a fake butt.
Michaela.
Michaela.
great butt.
Yeah.
It was
She admits
fantastic.
it.
Yeah.
It's perfectly fake.
Perfect.
Perfect. Is that a such thing?
Now I would give
Perfectly
her I
fake?
would give her credit on this. You know, it's not necessarily an implant. She had her own fat liposuction.
It's called a Brazilian butt lift.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Honestly,
Oh, okay.
They take the fat from you and they put it up
put it in
in
your
there.
butt. Yeah,
Right.
but
Okay. So
I'm
it's
not
all
hating at
naturally
all.
fake.
Ain't nobody mad at that.
Yeah.
It's all
It's-
natural.
Actually fake, right?
It's not. Yeah.
I mean, naturally, they just, injecting the fat up in that.
Okay, I'm not mad.
It looked
I'm not
good.
mad.
It looked
I mean, it looks
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
She had the
Yeah,
nicest
so-
butt I've
Yeah.
ever
Yeah,
seen.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. So then, of course, after looking all these,
Ain't nobody mad.
We know you're not mad.
I'm just going to record that I'm not mad. So, of course, there has to be 3 winners of couples, and so Mr. John won with Julia. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And did Julia pick you, or did you pick Julia?
It was actually a mutual thing.
was
We
a mutual
both
thing.
agreed that we would compete well together. We
Okay.
are super competitive.
Okay,
believe
word.
it or
Okay, I see that. Morgan and Nicole was the
That
other
was
couple.
Was that random?
not. Morgan and Nicole.
looks
Yeah,
It seemed
I think it was
random.
more of one of those. Everybody else picked everyone, so we're gonna be
Like,
together.
just stuck
Okay,
together.
yeah.
But they ended up winning, which is interesting.
Right.
They did, yeah.
But Morgan was just like he's that dude who's like he's
Right.
really trying to go over everybody
Right.
to kind of check things off the list.
That's
That's why he chose
Morgan's
right.
He's
gonna
playing the
annoy
game.
me.
He's
Morgan-
Yeah, he's gonna annoy
Morgan
me
was
too.
definitely
I'm
one
not.
of the key players.
I'm not into Morgan.
There's
really.
always, I'm telling you, every season there's always
that one
somebody that
person.
is like
Like that
always
dude
gonna.
last-
Yeah.
Who was it last season?
I
Extra
can't remember his
strategic.
name.
It was the very ending of the whole
yeah,
thing.
yeah, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just," but no one liked him though.
No,
Who was it?
No one, I can't remember
He
his
was
name.
the financial
I can't
analyst.
remember. I'll find it out for
JP
next
or
week.
something.
Yeah,
Something.
something
CT?
like that.
No, that's off the
No.
challenge.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah, it was somebody.
You over here.
Now-
Get on the challenge. You
Yeah.
get up in there.
We'll get it next week. And then there was a controversy you shared with us. There was supposed to be Asaph and Francesca, but there was a wrong name on there. Explain what happened.
Right. Okay. So I'm trying to remember exactly how it played out. There
He was drunk. No, I'm kidding.
I wasn't drunk that
wasn't
challenge.
drunk
Not
right
that
there.
I'm
challenge.
kidding.
Not that
I'm
challenge.
kidding. Messing with
The
Hey,
you.
no, my
next
boy.
challenge, sneaking beers in the closet. No, so the way that went down was they asked the question on during the challenge. It said, "Who does impressions? A lot of impressions," and they got Victoria and Tori mixed up. So I even remember Ryan Devlin going, Victoria, you do a lot of impressions," and she's like, "What? No, I don't do a lot of impressions, but Tori does impressions all day long. She'll start speaking in a Russian accent. She'll
Really?
be Spanish. She'll be a
Tori
girl
be
from
She
surprised.
seems like
Jersey.
someone I want to hang out with.
Yeah.
Tori
She
is
seems cool.
amazing.
Yeah, she
I
seems
love
fun.
Tori. She's a lot of fun and she's a character, and so it's really enjoyable to hang out with her.
Word.
I feel like Tori could be the blonde version of Nicolette.
Possibly.
It could be.
It could be.
It could be. Did you see her twerking in the first episode?
Yes, I did.
The first one's working.
No, honestly, you
I
do
like
remind
Tori.
me of Tori a lot.
I like
Tori's
Tori, too.
awesome.
I like
Tori
her, too.
is super
I mean,
fresh.
she would have had the same choice.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah,
Yeah, you guys
I
loved
feel you,
Tori
girl.
after
No,
last week.
oh my God! I
She
still love Tori.
surprised me.
I still,
Yeah.
but yeah, you
Yeah.
would've- no,
She's fun.
she's dope. I'm excited to see her journey
Yeah.
in the show. But yeah, she's definitely
And the
one of my
fact that
favorites.
she took that they wasn't a match as a G, like,
Right.
all right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna do my
yeah,
thing
she
for
was
the
good.
show,
She was
It
good.
was like
with it.
West Side for
like,
life.
yes,
Yeah.
So those are the 3 couples that end up going out. And then we see there was something, and it kind of sparked. We saw it last
Yeah.
week between Gio and
Yeah.
Kaylen. Your boy Gio.
Gio's my
Right.
man.
Your boy Gio.
I don't see it, you guys.
Yes.
Gio, I'm
Kaylen?
not into it. No, Gio,
Gio in general.
himself.
Oh,
Oh, you're not into
General.
Gio?
It's that little poppy little situation.
Ah,
Look, so
okay.
Gio trying to run from the good, trying to think it's trying to think it's Kaylen.
Yeah.
I think Nicolette might be the good for Gio.
Honey.
Perfect
Yeah,
match
I think
material.
so too.
We'll see. We'll
I
see.
mean, I'm taken.
Oh.
Gio, it can't happen, but you too cute, boo.
So we do see them talking and kind of just getting to know one another, and we kind of see that pop in. And so, of course, it's the couples go on their date, right? And while they're on the date, we see everyone voting into the truth booth.
Yeah.
So during the date, we see a lot more of Mr. John and Julia, and it really seems like you're just smitten by this woman. Like, what are you? I mean, you're just pouring out your heart. I was like hearing like gling, 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 gling. Like I was hearing like
I was tearing
butterflies
up
were
for you.
flying.
I know.
Like what was going on?
I know, man. I really just believed that what she was saying was genuine. And when she would tell me...
But she wasn't really saying anything.
But I don't know if you caught this, but last episode she said, there's nobody else, there's just me and you. And I was just saying, she would say things like that to kind of keep me in the game a little bit, right?
I see.
And people tried to warn me.
They did.
Multiple people in the house tried to warn me. And I was so blinded by the idea of actually being with Julia that I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt too much. I was saying, no, I don't believe you, and I should have maybe opened my eyes a little more or stopped drinking as much.
Yeah.
Well, you get a little of that at the end because like you guys are like talking and she says something. No, we're just handling it differently, So she still kind of like made
she
it
give
seem
her
like
her
she still
word,
kind of was into it. I don't
Maybe
know.
she's just a good politician.
You would
Maybe,
just,
yeah.
what does a
Maybe-
politician mean? You're super manipulative?
No,
Because
she-
then,
Well, I'm just
yes.
saying, like, you just appease to everyone. Like, the whole point is to
She
I'm
was
appease
a
to
people
you.
pleaser.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's
Right,
what it is.
yeah,
It's not like an
no.
ill intent.
Yeah. No,
it's
no,
just
not
like,
bad.
yeah.
But just like
and I think she just knew that she was cute, so she was just like
Trying to play it off.
John.
I mean, it wasn't like the whole Kiki situation last season.
Kiki and Devin? Or,
Yeah. It wasn't the Kiki and Devin situation. I mean, it could have got to there possibly, but I don't think both of you have any like ill intent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I
So-
mean, I was being very genuine and like upfront, and I'm an all or nothing guy. So it's either I'm going to give you everything I have, or I'm not even going to mess with you at all.
give you
You
nothing.
even teared up a little bit, bro.
I know. that
I
was
did.
so-
I
You had them all melting like,
Yeah,
oh.
I
was
was
gonna tear with
upset.
you. I was
We need
gonna
some
I-
soft
I was
music.
like,
Alexis, can we get some soft music?
Soft music, just a little bit of soft music.
It was like right here. I was like, I feel it. Like
Yeah.
but you know what though? I was feeling you. Like I was feeling you because I can understand. And I've been in a situation, obviously not on a show, and it is very, heightened. Everything you're going to. But I've been in a situation where you like someone maybe that doesn't like you. There it is. That doesn't like you as much. It's like you as much as you like them.
Right.
And so your heart becomes an apple and then it sprouts forth, but then there is no tree for it to land on. Do you see what I'm saying?
I understand.
Can I make another comparison? I also make a comparison to like all the girls I know like around my age who have like these like dickwad guys coming at them who like are not like being honest
Yeah.
and nice, and he was
Yeah.
being so nice, and I was like,
nice.
oh my gosh, like
So I applaud you.
So yeah,
Thank
applaud
you.
you.
I applaud you
I
too.
applaud
I
you.
liked it.
Even-
I liked it.
Even with the antics in the situation with the
You have
wall,
one too?
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you won some hearts over this, this
Yeah.
episode, man. No
Yeah.
lie.
Won my heart.
You know what I mean? You were honest.
Yeah.
You were true.
Team John.
You
Team
were
John.
all
Team
in
John.
for it. You know what I mean?
I'm an
I-
emotional girl, so
Yeah.
I love to get emotional.
Yeah.
I
You'll see me
appreciate
cry.
that, and a lot of
Right.
people look at me and they're like, "Oh, you're 6'5", you're like, 220 pounds, you shouldn't be crying on
Yeah.
TV." And it's like, I cried because I put my everything into someone who couldn't return that back to me, and I fought for something, I
Oh wait,
fought
this
for
music.
something.
I'm sorry. This music,
Right.
and I'm like just smiling. I'm
love
like,
it.
oh
No,
my
it's
god,
perfect. It's perfect.
Listen,
feel like-
I'm like,
John, your DMs are about to be popping tonight,
yes.
Seriously.
Yes, pop it.
Yo, do you have
John.
Snapchat?
I do.
Throw out your Snapchat right
You
now.
all
Snapchat, MTV
him
Johnny.
with your-
Oh, it's going down.
MTV_Johnny.
I feel it.
It's
I feel
going
it.
down
The
in the
DMs.
It's going down.
Fellow poet.
Yes.
Fellow
guys
poet.
can Snapchat
Yes,
your
there it is.
goods.
There it is.
Be
to
careful.
John.
So we get into the truth booth, right?
Saying.
Thank you so much, Alexis. That was bomb. We get into the truth booth, and then you're thrown in.
Yeah.
So we're here with John and Julie again. It continues. And so you go into the truth booth. We do see that there's definitely clearly a disparity between you and Julie. Like, if it wasn't clear before, it is extremely clear now.
That hurts
And
so
you're just
much.
like
Crystal clear.
crystal clear. And it's like, yo, my man, let me just say this. This is the part that hurt me. We might need to bring the music back. But when you was like, when it was no match, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, it was no match, no spoilers. But it was when it was like no match, and your heart like dropped, right? And you were just like, oh,
And she was,
I
like,
can't
trying not
believe
to
it.
smile.
And she was smiling like, oh, I'm so happy that there's no match. And I was like, my heart wept for you, my brother.
Yo.
Like my heart was a shower.
Yeah.
It was a shower. Like I was just like, I can't believe that he is going through this right now. He's pouring out his soul, and this woman is smiling at him, happy that there's no match. Please bring us back to that point again, my brother.
Yeah, so
Take a sip. It's okay. Take a sip.
Fill me up. Fill me up.
It's all
John.
gone. It's all gone. It's all gone. I got you.
So, during the truth booth, I mean, I was heart heavy and my palms were sweaty and I was nervous. When you
Eminem
really
line.
want something in life and you fought for it and you've put everything on the line for it, it's like, this was your goal. This was what you wanted, and so this is what you fought for. And to find out that it turns to nothing. You put everything into something that turns to nothing. It for one, I was upset at the fact that I hurt a girl who genuinely cared about me for a girl who genuinely
here we
did not
go.
care about me.
You
I
just
put
won.
Emma. I
DMs.
pushed Emma to the side
Yeah.
for a girl who wasn't worth it. And I put a good girl away for a girl who didn't deserve someone who's going to actually try and fight for him. I don't know. It just...
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Bachelorette After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. Special guest.
Oh man, it's so gangster.
Next season.
I feel you.
The
No,
new
I feel you.
Bachelor.
I feel you. So you're upset. You're crying. You're pouring out your heart to her. Prosper comes to check you, kind of, in a way, just basically like kind of shake you.
Laughing. I wouldn't say check him.
Well, I mean, he was checking him ultimately. He was like, bro, he's like, it's early. Don't get so invested. Like, kind of like, shaking you in a sense with his words. Like, just, buck up. Like, let's get it moving. You punched the wall. Yeah.
You wanna?
How's the hand? How's the hand doing?
Oh, the hand has been there
Oh,
many
you're left-handed.
times.
Left-handed?
Right, left, whatever hits first.
But you punched the wall, and you're frustrated. You're frustrated.
I was intoxicated.
Yeah. Okay. That too.
No,
You're
here's the
frustrated.
thing. So minutes after the truth booth, I'm in the kitchen downing shots from the vodka bottle, and so 10-shot double shots later,
10
I'm
shot,
trying
double
to
shot.
have this conversation with Julia, and I'm intoxicated enough to where when I hear Prosper laughing, I'm like, okay, what the fuck are you laughing at? Right now, while he did tell me, he did warn me. He did warn me. He said, at first I thought it was just lust. He knew I was just lusting after Julia. He knew that I was caught up in a lot of her looks, but at the same time, like, there was other things that he didn't see.
Right.
And so when he laughed at me, I was mad. I said, when in this thing, you win as a team. If we don't win together, we don't win at all.
Absolutely.
Right. So when he laughed at me, being from someone I've played sports my whole life, you don't laugh at your teammates, you build them up. You don't try to bring them down, you try to build them up. So I was hurt. I was mad. I said, I was mad. I was like, you're my teammate, man. You shouldn't be laughing at me in my face and telling me I told you so.
Right.
And so I confronted him. I got mad. I punched the wall. I stormed out, It's better than hitting somebody else.
Absolutely.
That's
No,
true.
it is.
No,
Yeah.
it is. It's always better for that.
You stay on for that mill.
Yeah, exactly.
Hit the wall. Hit the wall.
I think we all felt, in watching this, we all felt your pain of where you were coming from. And I think it was just a matter of, okay, where do you go from here? And I think it's going to be interesting to see where you progress and how everything goes, now that that's been done, going forward and meeting someone else, because obviously you have a lot to offer. And so someone's going to get, what did I think she even said, she's like, you're going to make the
Someone-
perfect match. So
And
like,
what did I you, I was like, shut up.
That's seriously what I feel like could be like the worst thing to hear.
That is
though.
the worst
like,
thing to say. It's like,
It's like that's as bad as it's not you, it's me.
Yeah, totally.
It's like the new version.
Right. You gotta give it up for Julia though. Last week she only talked nice stuff about you.
Yeah.
She didn't say anything bad about you or anybody for that fact. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like so.
Yeah.
I don't and I don't want to say anything bad about Julia. I think.
Have you talked to her since?
Briefly, you know.
Sigh.
She's not a bad person.
That's good.
She's not a bad person, but it's the point of not having the ability to speak up and voice how you really feel doesn't make you a bad person.
She just might not be
you're
the
timid.
realist.
You're not the realist. Like me,
I'm
real. I'm gonna put
realist.
everything out there, and I'm not gonna front. And I'm not gonna
Right.
pretend, and I'm gonna be straightforward with you because. Anything that really gets accomplished in a relationship has to be real. You have to be straightforward with somebody so that you can both be on the same page. And as you can recall, I said, clearly we're both not on the same page here. And that's when it started to click in my brain, you know, intoxicated or not, it started to seep through. And I started to realize that, okay, you know, maybe everyone was right. And I kind of played the game wrong.
There it is. No, and I don't think anybody can be mad at that. I don't think anybody.
That's like bound to happen.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
I'm not mad.
I'm not mad.
See how when you came here, when you first got here, you were like, "Oh man, this episode, I need a drink." Actually, I think it's turning out pretty good for you, bro.
I honestly think it's better for him.
Just
And on a lighter note, the date, those bubble balls things that you were going down, like, did you guys like smash into each other? Like,
We did. They were dangerous. I'm like,
my date. I would have been like.
they were like, hey, John, here's the Jack Daniels, and there's the big ball that we're going to roll you down the hill in. I'm like,
you cannot be drinking in that. I've been in one of those things.
That's unsafe.
I mean, one of the PAs was like, yeah, one of these guys died in one of these. I'm like, oh, okay.
Good to know.
Fantastic.
Oh,
I'm like 220 pounds, and she's like a $125, and I'm like smashing into her, and her elbow hit me in the nose. and
That's where the cuts came from.
That's where those cuts came
Well, they gave
from.
me no time to just get in there, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's why they gave me the alcohol, honestly.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Like just go in the ball.
Before we get into the matchup, Shona, I really want to point out, because I think this is the first consummated boom boom room, because there was another boom boom action, but it was the consummated one, and it was with your boy Gio and our guest from last week, Kaylen. So I mean,
I
there's
felt their
something.
love.
Did you feel their love?
I did.
They're really into each other.
Yeah.
You can tell, 100%.
And I think it's going to be. I hope, though, this is my prayer, that it does not turn into a situation like Devin from last season, because when they weren't a match, they still.
That's
tried
what
to,
I think it's
you know
gonna be.
what I'm
That's what I'm thinking it's gonna be.
And I'm
they're
hoping
a
it's not. I mean, I hope they're a match too. But if they're not, you know, the fact. I mean, you know, not jumping ahead, but when she was talking about that ring finger, like that's huge.
Yo,
that's the first time I ever
0
heard
to
that.
100 real quick.
Real quick.
For real. Ring finger.
Yo, son.
No wonder she was all smiling when I asked about him last week.
So that's why I'm just like. I really hope they're a match, because if they're not,
Did we check her ring
it's
finger?
going to be.
Roll that tape back from last week.
We can roll it back. But no, I really think, I hope, and pray that there's a match. Otherwise, it's going to be major
I hope they're a match
drama.
too, but I just have a feeling they're not going to be.
First of all, she already said, if I like you, then I like you. It's going down. And she's from Compton. Let's really get it cracking.
No.
It's going to get real.
I said that last week though.
Yeah.
I think you guys are going to stay
I want
together,
them to.
but I told her, I don't think you guys are gonna be a match on the show. I don't know why, I just got that vibe. And I also called that they were gonna pull them into the truth booth.
They really like them. So
yeah, Abby Vega with the predictions. What?
I may not be able to dance, but I can predict things.
Country grammar. All right, so we have the matchup
Farmer
ceremony.
twerk.
Hey.
Yeah, she gets all these great comparisons, and then it's like me, you're the country girl. I'm like, oh.
No, it's dope. It's dope.
It's okay.
We all have our points in life. That's how we do. What happened?
Oh, look what he's pointing.
He's thirsty.
We got you. Right after
I'm
the show.
thirsty because I drink too much.
Yeah. It's all
Not
good.
because I want.
Right.
He needs water.
So we got the matchup ceremony, right? And so it ends up. This is the women's time. Women's time to pick, right?
No, the guys pick.
No, it's the guys pick.
The guys pick. That's right. So it starts off with Cam. Cam picks Julia.
Yep.
And so obviously because, you were not a match, so now she's open and fair game. So Cam picks her right away.
That could be something.
He was I think we heard him like speak for the first time this episode.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I was like, there's a camera on.
That
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the
yeah.
jolly
Who is that?
green
But
giant
he's
of the
tall,
show.
so, like,
Yeah, what did you say?
6'8"?
Like 6'8"?
6'8".
That's
yeah.
a big dude.
Damn.
That's a
Where
big
No,
did
dude.
you
he's
hide him?
That, like, makes him
6'8", but he's a teddy bear.
That makes him
okay.
attractive,
General
like,
Giant.
already.
Yeah, you like
They
that?
haven't shown much
Tall
of him,
guys?
but like tall.
So you like
yeah.
the tall.
You like
Okay,
tall.
word.
You like the tall.
Word.
What's your minimum height? You
I
got a
mean,
minimum.
like,
know
I
you
don't
do.
have a minimum.
You're lying.
No.
You gotta have a minimum.
I
If he's
prefer-
shorter than you,
Well,
that's a problem.
Well, I don't want him shorter than me. I'd prefer 6 feet or above. But, if he's great and he's 5'11", it's fine.
5'11". That's the minimum. That's the minimum.
Man, we
What
just
inch?
found it. We found
She
it.
went 1 inch lower. Yo, son, she said.
Damn, 5'11". That's still
If
tall,
he's
girl.
5'11" and a half, I will make an exception. I was like, what?
See,
That
I really
was-
don't have a minimum, but
I
you know what I'm
thought you-
saying is,
I thought you were gonna say like 5'7" or
I would
5'8".
like 6 feet, but
Yeah,
if he's
it's like-
5'11", we good. We
if
good.
he's 5'11",
We good.
you know.
I prefer to be able to wear heels,
Yeah.
It's just one of those things.
Oh my gosh, so
I'm just
funny.
being honest.
Yeah, it's all good.
Nothing's wrong with that.
that's
Just being
fine.
real, girl.
So next we see it's Tyler and Victoria.
Yeah.
Then we see Steven pick Tori, my favorite, and then we have
This is
Cameron.
the big one. Oh,
Yeah,
no, not
Cameron.
this one.
No, not this one. Cameron and Michaela.
Right.
And then we have Morgan and Alyssa.
Okay, I got stuff for this.
Which
one.
is weird.
Let's go ahead.
Right.
Let's go
Okay.
ahead. Let's talk
Weird.
about
So
it.
Morgan, I get you, Morgan.
Morgan.
I get you, dude. I know you're trying to play the game, which is great.
Right.
I love you for that. That's awesome, and you should keep playing the game, but maybe a little bit more strategic than
Like-
just randomly picking the
Right.
situation. Unless you had, and maybe when you come here, you had kind of like a story behind why you picked Alyssa. But when Ryan
It
asked,
did seem right.
I don't know if there was really a story behind it.
I don't think it was. I think it was just something he wanted to do.
Right.
I mean, Alyssa was just like,
Because Alyssa was with Sam, right?
Right.
That was like the,
Right. That was
the
the thing.
She's
and
like
Sam
she's
even
4'11". Yeah.
Sam
Yeah.
even like
What?
rolled up and gave her because this was when Sam rolled up and gave her the flower, right?
Sam.
Yeah, yeah.
Sam.
He gave her the
Like,
flower.
my
Yeah.
little-
That-
My
got
man,
you.
my
They had-
man Sam, he always comes in with those clutch little
Yeah.
little things.
with his
you know?
painted fingernails.
Right.
They were
right,
matching
right.
Alyssa
Did
though.
you guys
They
think
were
it was
matching.
weird that he was painting his fingernails?
Nah, from day one he was like, "Yo, I make a bunch of gay jokes, but I'm straight. I swear to God." Like he makes it all gay all the
So
time, and I'm like,
super
"Okay, you know,
comfortable.
No,
whatever."
I'm
dude,
glad you noticed that though. His
Yeah.
nail polish was matching Alyssa.
I know, they were
They
matching
painted it
nail
on him.
polish.
Did he
They're-
purposely do that?
Yeah, they braided
They
his
were.
hair the
It was
night
a
before.
moment they
No,
had.
no.
I was like,
I will tell you this much: I painted Tori's nails.
How was
She-
it?
It's probably awful.
It was good. It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was awful, but I just said, one day when I have a daughter, I'm gonna want to paint her nails.
And you
so
win again.
I-
Stop talking, John.
And
Jesus.
so I,
Alexis, I think we need the music
Oh my
again.
gosh.
Dang it.
so I just learned,
Yeah, exactly.
She was a good
Exactly.
teacher. She was a great
Yeah,
teacher.
word.
You're good.
All right, so then we go into
good.
so Sam ends up because he couldn't pick Alyssa, obviously he ends up picking Francesca.
Yeah.
And then we have Prosper and Emma, and then we have Asif and Camilla.
Camille.
And then Camille. Did I say Camille? My bad.
Yeah, eyebrows on fleek.
She doesn't
Camille.
talk much.
Oh, that's
Eyebrows
right.
on
fleek.
That's
Camille.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
Does she have really good
That's
eyebrows?
right.
Her eyebrows are like perfect.
Yeah.
She draws them in real nicely.
Why have I not noticed that? Oh my gosh. Okay.
And so then we have Gio
I'll
and
keep an eye
Kaylen,
out.
and this is when, the bombshell is dropped about the whole ring finger, and they're talking about marriage.
And they glowing. They all
yeah,
look
they are. So, and he was
like
not
they're on
even
their
like.
honeymoon already.
And this is really the first time I've seen, first of all, on the show that they've talked about this openly. And then so fast, like, because this is the second week
Yeah.
that we're in, right?
Not
Second
messing
episode,
around.
and they're just like, yo, it's going down. So I like this, but again, I'm just,
Scared.
I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared.
You have to be a
thought you
little.
moved fast.
Yeah.
You have to be a little skeptical. It's like, I like you, and then
Right.
there's I'm gonna marry you.
Right,
You know.
exactly.
Right.
And the last
Yeah.
time you guys saw him was probably when they were
Yeah.
sitting in the chair just talking about.
And then she
Right.
fell.
Yeah.
And then
But-
the boom boom.
But
and
then she was
yeah.
talking though how that like they had. She said that she talked to him for hours. That's so
They
having
did.
They definitely
yeah. So
got
having
something.
her in made it I think a
But
little
still,
more.
right, but still talk. I'm just saying,
No,
talking
yeah.
for hours.
No, yeah.
doesn't dictate
I get that
engagement.
But I think some people who probably have nothing besides what the show shows
Sure.
are probably like, oh my gosh, how would they like each other?
Yeah, no, of
but
course.
the fact that she kind of said, we sat there and we really like talked.
Right.
I know still marriage is
It's a lot.
quick,
It's a lot.
but
it's a lot.
you know,
It's a lot.
a little
Have
more.
you ever done that when you're like all of a sudden you connect with somebody really, really well,
Right.
and then it's just things just start shooting through your mind like, oh, this could be the one. How about it if it's the one? You know what I mean?
Right.
Have y'all ever
Well,
kind
yeah,
of like?
you like,
Of course.
you hear those things
I
too.
think
You
everybody,
hear, and you
yeah.
hear stories of
Yeah.
like it doesn't happen often, but I mean there are those people who they'll meet and they just get that like feeling.
But don't
So-
we all strive for that?
Yeah, that's
Don't we
what
all
I'm saying.
want
So I'm
that?
like, if you're feeling it,
Exactly.
feel it.
It might
So-
be more normal than we think. We just
Sure.
look haters right
It
now.
no.
It just hasn't happened to us,
No, the
guys.
bottom line.
It is
The
there.
bottom line is it does happen. It just
Yeah.
seems the fact that it happens here, the
Right.
way it happened, it's like okay, I'm just a little nervous
Right.
about it. I'm not mad. I'm just nervous.
I feel like that's the
that's
same
it.
way on any like dating reality
Yeah.
show though, but it does happen. Like there's
Yeah.
been tons of seasons of The
Absolutely.
Bachelor, and there's been like 4 that work out,
Right.
but those do work out. So it's like you hope that
Sure.
that can
You
happen.
hope
I mean,
that happens.
Match.com has some
Yeah.
high statistic ratings.
Yeah.
I'm just
They
saying.
do.
I really want to
Not
get quick
sponsored, by the
before,
way, not sponsored.
before we wrap up. I want to get back to our boy John, our guest, and Nicole who picks him.
Yeah.
Where
And
Nicole gonna
basically,
go?
Oh, this was kind of
this was messed up. This is
Yeah.
when I really felt bad because I was like, she said that it would suck if you were her match.
And I don't blame her one bit for that because
Oh, yeah.
when from my perspective, I want someone who wants me. And if Nicole feels the same way that I do towards this game, you want to find somebody who's
Right.
genuinely affectionate towards you. I was so stuck on Julia that then no, I wouldn't want me to be my match either because I was so stuck on somebody that she wouldn't be able to get what
Gotcha.
she came here to find.
It was just
And-
painful to watch,
Yeah.
but I think I get you.
Right.
I
Yeah.
get you.
Totally.
Because your action,
Yeah.
and it could have been from the actions from the past couple of days, from the punching the wall and all this other stuff. Like she was like, "This is just too much for me. It's not
Like, I'm
It's
good."
not my
Right.
style." You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
Where's Julia gonna go?
Right.
Yeah, I think that's like the problem because like on last season, those couples that they're not truth booth. I missed that comment, but it was like
Where's Julia gonna
there's
go?
winking happening. Where's she gonna go? Where's she gonna go?
Julia, I still like you, girl. That's all good. You were really sweet last week. Thank you for coming
Yeah,
in.
absolutely. We love Julia.
I say Julia and Cam. Oh, are we doing predictions?
Wait,
What-
no.
what-
Am
hold
I
on.
thinking? Hold up. Am I thinking about Julia?
You made
Wait,
me
is that
think
your
about-
girl?
That's the one he's been fawning over.
Oh, not Julia.
Yeah.
Bitch, we know where she gonna go. She gonna go around.
Right.
Wait, hold on. What about
Who are you thinking of?
the one you got matched
Emma.
with?
Emma?
Oh, you're talking about
Nicole.
Nicole. Yeah, where's
Where's
Nicole
she gonna
gonna
go?
go?
Tyler. Don't you remember Tyler?
Where's she gonna go?
I think that's the last place she's
Right.
gonna go.
I'm like, where's Nicole gonna go?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like,
Yeah.
she off to a rough start.
Yeah, she she is.
I'm just interested to see where that's
So
gonna go.
we end up finding out there's 3 matches, which is the same as last time. So no blackouts, which is dope. You don't lose any money.
Right.
Same situation you're in.
yeah, that's
so
good.
now I think you're on a good path as far as the show, looking out the trajectory. Because I've seen where it's worse, where it's like 2, and then there's 1, and there's a blackout. Because last season was really rough. So I think
Right.
you're on a better start there. So it's going to be interesting to see where we go. Real quick before we end, let's get into predictions
Yes,
and find
yes.
out what we feel about what's going down.
My favorite part.
Now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Who wants to go first?
Oh, shit.
I'm going to let Nicolette go first.
Okay,
Oh,
Nicolette.
jeez, I'm trying to remember the prediction part.
Let me just give you my list. You might,
Okay, yeah, let me see
that
the
might
list.
help.
Okay, what's this? Come in.
Uh-huh,
Gee, okay.
yeah. Do you think any-
that's-
no,
let's
none
not
of
give
them?
I can
me
go
anything.
first because
Yeah,
I
go
have
first,
some.
girl.
Okay, so first of all, I think that if Morgan wouldn't have picked Alyssa, there would have been more beams. I don't know why. I think he kind of messed it up for some
messed it up?
people who
Yes, thank
were
you.
having. I don't know. I think he just kind of messed it up, and because after he did that, I thought there was gonna be less beams. So the fact there were still 3, I think he messed it up real bad.
There would've
Real
been
bad.
more.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think there would have been more. I also think I'm trying to look at these matches here. Like I said, I hate to say it, but I don't think that Kaylen and Gio are going to be a match. And I think it's going to be that issue of because they're so into each other that
Right.
it's going to be hard for them. And like he said, like if someone's not into you, it's hard to be into them.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think that there's going to be more issues of that coming along.
Sure.
But I think that they're going to be going into the truth booth as soon as they have a date. And I just don't think it's going to be good.
Okay. See, listen.
What you gotta say?
In my heart of hearts, I want Gio and Kay to work out.
Right,
I have
me
this
too.
feeling that they might work out, either way, if they're not a match on the show, but just in general, because I looked her in the eye last week and she gave me that little smile and that little twinkle and the little smitten that you were giving, Julia. I feel like that could work out in real life type situation.
Okay.
On the show, I think you might be right. It might just not be the one. You know what I mean? Are you the one?
Right.
Not the one.
But I think Morgan and Alyssa. No, not Morgan and Alyssa. Alyssa and who am I talking about here? Alyssa, who was with Alyssa?
Sam.
Morgan was with
Alyssa-
Sam at the
Morgan was
matchup,
Alyssa,
though.
right?
Yeah, I feel like Alyssa and Sam might be somebody we have to watch out for. I think they could be
You think
one.
they could be a match?
I think they could be a match. For some reason, I feel like they could be a match.
They have matching nail
I
polish,
mean,
so
right.
yeah.
And it's just not that. I feel like
Right.
they just vibe on a different level. She likes a guy who's a little bit more feminine, and he said he's that type of guy.
Which
And
you
she's
wouldn't
more
think,
submissive.
because he totally
Yeah.
just looks like he's just.
And he's not. We can't
He
stereotype,
loves High School
right?
Musical.
Look at that.
Right.
Him saying he liked High School Musical related with me because I fall asleep to that at least once a week.
Right, Zac
girl.
Efron. There you go. Vanessa Hudgens.
What?
Let the secrets come out. But no, I think Sam.
Oh,
Sorry,
girl,
guys.
I don't know what to say.
I can't relate to
I
that.
think Sam and Alyssa are going to be good. Now, I can't tell you about anyone else, but I feel like there's something that Sam and Alyssa, I say.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
it.
still don't know.
Okay, word.
I don't know.
Okay, so my prediction is I think our boy John is going to find someone else. I think if he focuses, he's asked. I think he's going to get outside of Julia. I think he's seen the light. I don't think
hope
he's
he's
that
seen
attached.
the light.
I think he's seen the light. I think he's seen the light.
I'm sure you've seen the light.
I think he's going to move on. It's not going to be who was he matched with?
Who do you
It's
think
not
it's
gonna
gonna be?
Nicole. Yeah,
No.
I don't know. That part I don't know. I think that's going to be developed later. But I think because he's such a good guy, I think he is going to find somebody and he's going to get matched up pretty
Maybe
good.
it is a
I
match.
think I agree with kind of the consensus about Gio and Kaylen is that as much as they like each other, I don't think they're going to match. But I think it's going to be a situation what we've seen in previous
Right.
seasons.
I'm gonna root for
where-
the end.
Yeah,
It's
where they're
fine.
going to still be dating and it's going to cause
Right.
friction in the
Yeah.
house. I definitely think that's going to happen, and it'll be interesting because we will have Kaylen back on the show, and she can tell us about it as we
Right.
progress.
No, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Kaylen is awesome.
Kaylin is awesome.
She is
great
awesome.
girl.
Oh my gosh.
Are you trying
yes.
to tell us something?
Yeah.
They're dating now.
No, she's
said she's
just my
awesome.
girl. She's my girl. We're real as fuck with
Yeah.
people, and she saw that, and
Yeah.
she was like, we both had that mutual respect
Right.
for each other.
that's
And
cool.
Again,
Yeah,
oh
you
my
guys
God.
both were
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
I remember her.
Yeah,
I just loved her
absolutely.
from like the second.
She's dope.
Right.
No,
Yeah,
she's dope.
she's
She's
awesome.
dope. John's dope. Everybody's dope.
Right. You might find your one down in your
Yeah.
DMs tonight, so I mean.
Take a look, brother.
Yeah, he's gonna go home and have like all girls messaging
Right,
him.
right.
Right.
You
Well,
were
ladies-
surprised. Actually, I moved here like a month ago, and I'm like, I'm dating this girl who's a LA Kings ice girl.
What?
Wait, what does
Yeah.
that consist of?
I don't know. We got to dinner and stuff.
Wait, no, but like she's the LA Kings ice girl. What does that mean?
That's
She's
like
like
a
their
cheerleader.
cheerleader.
Yeah.
What do they cheer on ice?
I guess they're ice girls.
No, I think they like sweep the ice off.
They do, yeah.
yeah, they have that in St. Louis too.
Do
The
they?
blues. It's the blues girls.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can't ice skate, so I can
Nicolette's
never.
trying out next season. Look at
Oh,
her.
no,
She's
I-
ready.
Hey, tryouts are this weekend. Trust me.
If I could ice skate,
She's like,
maybe.
I'm good. I don't mess
I
with
don't
the
like the
ice.
cold. I don't like ice.
Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, that has been our show. We want to thank
Great
you so
one.
much for tuning in. Always a pleasure. Of course, we want to thank John for joining us and
Thanks
being
for
here
having
with
me.
us.
Appreciate
So
it.
dope. I've been your host, Lem Gonsalves. You can find me, ladies and gentlemen, always at The Poet Saint on all social media handles. Miss Abby Vega, where can they find you?
Hello, you can find me at _Abby Vega, and also they are now casting for it's 5,
Yes.
correct?
Season 5.
Season 5, lightheartedentertainment.com. You can apply right now, so you should do that.
Yeah.
Hey.
Do it.
Yeah.
And y'all, once again, it's your boy Nino. You can catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. Follow me on Snapchat. We got some interesting stuff before the show. Check that out, y'all.
And it's your girl Sensei. You know what it is. At Sensei Don't Play. Follow me. Yeah, John. Where can they find you?
You find me at MTV Johnny, MTV_Johnny Drama.
Johnny Drama, y'all.
Johnny Drama.
Yes.
Johnny Drama.
Get in those DMs.
Yeah. No,
Hit
we
me
appreciate
up,
it.
get
Yeah.
at me.
Get at
You know
your
what it
boy.
is.
Ladies and gentlemen, until next week, like I said, we a guest every single week, so make sure you tune in
Yep.
because next week, 2 more guests. It's going down.
Okay.
Until
It's
next
going
time.
down.
We'll see ya.
Deuce, y'all.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.